In the vast realm of superheroes, each character has a unique backstory that shapes their destiny. Nolan Grayson, known as Omni-Man, the enigmatic Viltrumite, stands as a formidable adversary. As Batman, understanding the intricacies of their characters is paramount to formulating a strategy against such formidable foes. In today's video, I will be explaining how to defeat Omni-Man from Invincible. With that out of the way, this is how to beat Origins. Nolan Grayson, a Viltrumite by birth, arrived on Earth as a sentinel from the distant planet Viltrum. The Viltrumites are a powerful race of extraterrestrial beings, characterized by their superhuman strength, near invulnerability, extended lifespan, and a deep-seated commitment to conquest. Viltrumite society values strength above all else, fostering a culture of militarism and expansionism. Nolan was sent to Earth as a sleeper agent, tasked with infiltrating human society, gaining the trust of its inhabitants, and ultimately preparing the planet for Viltrumite dominance. From the moment he assumed the mantle of Omni-Man, Nolan's life on Earth unfolded with a facade of normalcy. He married a human woman, Debbie Grayson, and fathered a half-Viltrumite, half-human son named Mark Grayson, who would later become the superhero known as Invincible. Despite his extraterrestrial origins, Nolan genuinely embraced his role as a protector of Earth, forming connections and relationships that blurred the lines between duty and personal affection. Nolan's internal struggle became the crux of his character when faced with the conflicting demands of his Viltrumite heritage and his newfound love for Earth. The turning point came when the Viltrumite Empire deemed Earth ready for assimilation. Faced with the choice of betraying his human family or adhering to the ruthless doctrine of conquest, Nolan's internal conflict reached a boiling point. He attempted to convince his son, Mark Grayson, into joining the Viltrum Empire, but Mark refused. So left with no choice, he engaged Mark in combat where he absolutely destroyed Mark. But in the end, Nolan couldn't bring himself to kill Mark and destroy Earth. So he left Earth, flying into deep space and abandoning his post. Feats. Destruction of the Flaxan planet. Omni-Man's ability to single-handedly destroy the Flaxan planet is an astonishing feat of power and ruthlessness. The meticulous planning and execution required to annihilate an entire celestial body demonstrate not only his physical might, but also a strategic brilliance that poses a significant threat. We must understand the extent of Omni-Man's destructive capabilities and develop countermeasures to protect Earth from similar catastrophic events. Defeating the Guardians of the Globe. The brutal defeat of the Guardians of the Globe stands as a testament to Omni-Man's combat prowess and his willingness to betray allies. These members include Red Rush, possessed super speed, a formidable asset in battles. War Woman, a warrior with enhanced strength and combat skills. Green Ghost, has the ability to phase through solid objects. Aquarius, controls water and has aquatic-based powers. Martian Man, boasted Martian physiology with shape-shifting abilities and telepathy. The Immortal, possesses superhuman strength, durability, and the ability to resurrect after death. And last but certainly not least, Darkwing. They cloned me. I can't believe what I'm looking at. Alfred.
Yes, Master Bruce.
Is it possible to file a lawsuit against Image Comics?
Why do that when you're already a billionaire?
I know I don't need the money, but this is disrespectful to my image. This is disrespectful to the Batman.
May I suggest an alternative, Master Bruce? Why not just track him down and tell him to stop being a copycat superhero?
And if he refuses?
Then you can test those new shock gauntlets that Lucius developed for you.
Might not be a bad idea. I just have to figure out where he could be.
Oh, I'm hurt!
Oh no.
Damn. The efficient defeat of such a diverse and powerful team showcases Omni-Man's ability to adapt to various combat situations and exploit the weaknesses of his adversaries. We must carefully analyze each Guardian's abilities and consider how to counter Omni-Man's tactics while preserving the principles of trust and collaboration that define heroic alliances. Understanding these feats is crucial for formulating strategies to confront and defeat Omni-Man. Now that we have a better understanding of who Omni-Man is and what he is capable of, here are some ways on how I would defeat him. Sonic Pulse Device. All Viltrumites possess delicately balanced, sensitive inner ears to accommodate their powers of flight. Thus, certain sounds and frequencies can actually destabilize a Viltrumite's equilibrium, causing them to experience severe pain and crippling them by directly attacking their inner ear. The Sonic Pulse Device can emit frequencies powerful enough to harm or even cripple a Viltrumite's ear. Of course, the frequencies that I would set the device to would only cause the victim to sustain short-term internal ear damage, which in turn would be powerful enough to give me an opening to protect myself and others not intended to take damage. Sonic sound-resisting earplugs would be used and secured into the ears via fingerprint scan. In the event where Omni-Man was to try to forcefully take the earplugs out of my or anyone's ears, the device would self-destruct once detecting forceful movement without a fingerprint scan. Additionally, if used at the right frequency, the Sonic Pulse Device can paralyze a Viltrumite. This would be probably easier said than done, due to Viltrumites' known resistance to defeat and strong will to defeat their opponent. This is why this wouldn't be my only method to beat Omni-Man, but definitely one I would use on top of the other methods. Fear Toxin. To defeat Omni-Man with Scarecrow's fear toxin, I would exploit his profound fear of failing in his Viltrumite mission. The fear toxin would induce hallucinations of a scenario where his perceived shortcomings lead to the destruction of Viltrum and the consequences of disappointing his people. Another fear to exploit would be Omni-Man's dread of everyone around him perishing. The toxin would create vivid illusions of a world where all his allies and loved ones are dead, leaving him utterly isolated. A strategic administration of the toxin during a moment of emotional vulnerability would amplify these fears, potentially destabilizing his mental state. These hallucinations could escalate, with Viltrumites manipulating him and imprisoning him for his perceived failures, playing on his fear of losing control. With an escape plan in place, the goal is to incapacitate Omni-Man temporarily, exploiting these deep-seated fears to neutralize the immediate threat without resorting to permanent harm. To administer the fear toxin, I would exploit a moment of vulnerability, possibly during a confrontation or when Omni-Man's guard is temporarily down. The delivery method could involve a specialized dart or gadget designed for stealthy injection. Timing is crucial, and the fear toxin's effects would need to take hold when Omni-Man is emotionally susceptible, allowing the toxin to exploit his deepest fears and temporarily incapacitate him. Scourge virus. The Scourge virus was used to kill 99.9% of Viltrumites, making them a rarer species. If I could get a sample or a piece of the virus, I could examine the DNA and reconstruct a less lethal version of it. Although, this would only be used as a last resort in battle. The virus could be injected via a laced throwing knife, cutting Omni-Man and letting the virus enter his bloodstream. It could also be deployed through gas, which would require me make a suit and mask resistant to the virus. And that, my friends, is how I would beat Omni-Man. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I would appreciate it if you subscribed. Before I end the video, I want to apologize for the 7-month delay in videos. This year had some unexpected events that happened in life that required my full attention. Thank you for your continued support on these videos, and I will be posting new content every week, so be on the lookout. With that out of the way, never forget.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.